5 suspects allegedly linked to AKA and Tip's brutal murders appear in the Durban Magistrates Court on Thursday morning. A year after the killings, the suspects at first wore masks and hoodies to hide their identities but were ordered to remove their face cover. The suspects are alleged to have plotted and planned the murder of AKA. According to Times Swazi, the killers were paid 800,000 rand to kill AKA, which they shared amongst each other. This is where the story gets very interesting. The killers were waiting for AKA at the airport as soon as he arrived. He and his entourage were followed from King Shaka Airport to the Hilton Hotel in Umhlanga where they were staying. While AKA and his entourage were in the hotel, spotters drove past the hotel scouting for AKA. It is alleged that at approximately 5:30 p.m., Forbes and his entourage left the hotel where they were transported to Wish Restaurant in Durban. When they arrived at the restaurant, Forbes was met by Koyama, the owner of Wish Restaurant. Koyama allegedly invited Forbes to have a haircut at his salon that was based inside the Wish Restaurant, of which videos were posted of him getting a haircut with some of his entourage. Times stated that Forbes proceeded after the haircut. Forbes joined his entourage for a meal and drinks, and they were seated inside the restaurant. It was also established that a spotter had been positioned inside the restaurant watching Forbes. A subpoena in terms of Section 205 of the Criminal Procedure Act 51 of 1977 was obtained for the spotter. Information received from Standard Bank upon the Section 205 subpoena established that the Standard Bank card belonged to one of the men who appeared in court on Thursday, 29 Feb 2024. At approximately 10:10, AKA and his entourage, accompanied by Tibbs, exited the restaurant through a passageway leading onto the pavement of Florida Road. He is seen on video talking to Tibbs and hugging him. It was at this point when AKA and Tibbs were shot and the suspect escaped and got into a getaway car and drove away. CCTV footage has been also recovered from that getaway car. The South African authorities have not confirmed the 800K yet, however, they did confirm everything else to the media and that all suspects were arrested in 2023, after which the 2 other suspects fled to Swaziland and they were arrested by the Swazi police. Initially, the South African police denied that the 2 suspects in Swaziland were linked. However, they now have confirmed that they are involved in the murder. 7 suspects have been arrested in total and collectively they are facing 19 murder charges. The oldest suspect was 36 and that all the suspects have been paid for their part in the crime. They congratulated the team that caught the alleged killer, saying cops did not sleep for 48 hours to get the final people. After arresting the first person in April last year, the matter is due in court. But one thing that we are all curious about is who was the person who paid for the hit and why did they order the hit on AKA? I guess we'll only find out when the court proceedings proceed.